Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilleys Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. Going to do one cast today. This is going to be a little bit different. I have done this before, but I've found these fish, and there's a lot of them right here. I am halfway between Andes and the Narrows. The Red House, everybody knows where the Red House, the fish is here. It's right here. And right there is what I call a dry wash that comes in from Port Royal Golf Course. It's golf balls laying out here. And for whatever reason, there's this big patch of clean gravel right here where this is blown out basically and washed and turned the gravel over through here, and then it drops off right here. And there's not as many as last night, but they were all up in here last night. Right now they're on this drop-off. Bunch of rainbows. And last night I used an indicator and a scud to get to them. Caught quite a few. Tonight I brought my shooting line up here. This is what I use up in Alaska to fish that fast water there. And like I said, I've used this before, and it's not ideal for a lot of techniques here, but here it's really good because I've got straight line water, no fluctuation. It's only about 4 foot deep. They're going to drop the water here pretty quick, so I'm kind of hurrying. I'm using a big scud, 4X tippet. There's a reason for that. I actually tied it on a 200R hook. That's probably a number 10. 4X tippet. And the system is there's a barrel weight. I've got about 2 foot between the barrel weight and the fly. Snap swivel that slides. And my weight is attached to the snap swivel. This is 20-pound butt section to shooting line, which you can use Amnesia. There are some shooting line products. This is a Cortland product that you can't buy anymore, sorry. But it's very stiff, very slick, very little memory, very strong. I think this is 30-pound. And I'm gonna get up here and show you how it's done. Basically, you don't cast this thing, you kind of sling it out there. You throw it above your fish, which are down here, and then that weight goes to the bottom, and then it just kind of rolls on the bottom. I can feel it ticking the bottom all the way down to the drop. I just had a bump at the very end. So I got a miss on the first cast. I was hoping to catch fish on the first cast. You got to get the right amount of weight, which I've been working on that. You don't want it to hang up when you throw out there. You just want to kind of let it roll on the bottom. Trying to keep a pretty straight line with my rod tip up. Oh, he hit it. We use a lot of beads or egg flies up in Alaska for rainbows, this technique. There's some pretty big fish in here, so that's why I use 4-pound or 4X tippet, which is, I think it's 6 or 7-pound test. Because I'm holding in current, I've got the spot lock on. So I'm gonna have to work it back up against the current. Dwayne said they were drifting through here today and caught a 21-inch rainbow. Oh, he wants to go to the other side of the boat. He's not real big. Well, you want to go to the other side of the boat. Oh, hook pulled out. I'd say he's about 15 inches. He wasn't that big. I caught one in here. Shoot. Caught one in here about 19 last night. See, that really goes through the guides easy. It's pretty easy to throw, it just missed him. You don't want to throw it too far up because you kind of messes up your drift, which that was a little too far up. It usually straightens out when it gets down to the bottom. The other thing that you don't want to do, which I did a couple times already, is you can set the hook too hard. This is an 8-weight rod, 9-foot 8-weight. My ideal rod that I use in Alaska is a 7. You can target fish pretty easy doing this too once you get, I just missed one, a pretty good idea of how this thing drifts. I'm actually a little bit too low in the hole. I need to go up about 5 feet or so. It's strange, all these fish were up on the gravel last night and they were easy to catch. Now they're all stacked up on the drop-off. They're not real spooky because they're used to boat traffic. Come on. Oh, I just missed one. Ah. It's just, they're all lined up on that drop-off. The scud must not, see, I'm getting all my bites way down in the hole. The scud must not look good coming over that drop because they're not even reacting to it. Usually you can see fish move to it when they see it. There must be a bunch of fish down in the hole there because that's where I'm getting my bites. Yeah, I got a little one. My spot lock did not move me up like I wanted to. Come on. Not sure why my spot lock's not holding me where I want them set. I'm drifting back too far. Come on. If you get in too fast water, too deep water, too shallow water, you can always adjust that weight. I'm better. I'm in a better position now. I wish I could get a better camera angle. Ah! Missed him. Uh-oh. I think I broke off. I didn't even set the hook hard on that one. I sure did. The scud bite out up here has gotten a lot better. There's more people coming up and fishing the shallow water now, the shallow side. Roland Duffield's here with his brother, two brothers. And once they moved over here, they've been catching fish. Some nice ones. We had a 19-inch rainbow this morning. Some guys caught a real nice rainbow out in front of the dock this afternoon after the water started running. And they released it. They're not dropping the water like they did last night, which is okay with me. They were supposed to run 3, they're only running 2. I'm tying on a smaller scud. This is a 14, real light gray scud. Yeah, this troll more. Come on, guys. I can tell you how to cast this, but if you want to get into this kind of fishing, it just takes a lot of practice. You'll wrap it around your head a few times. Probably a lot of times. I can almost use a little bit more weight too. I think I picked up. Nope, isn't it? I'm just following the line down with my rod tip. I'm not pulling it, and I don't want to hold it up either. Staying right with it. And I'm doing something that I've talked about in jig fishing, is at the end of the drift, I'm setting the hook. Not real hard, but just in case I'm not feeling it. And there's a fish there. There's about 4 or 5 fish right here in front of me that I'm drifting through. They're not going for it. But I can done this since the 80s up in Michigan, and I caught one of those 4 right there. This is where I learned it, is from Jim Johnson up with the Pure Marquette in Michigan, fishing for salmon and steelhead. It's a pretty good fish. And then Jim took it to Alaska. We've been using it up there. I'm using this heavier line so I can kind of horse it in, because I don't want to fight them too long. Do that or I'm going to break him off. Come here, buddy. There you go. Another 15-inch fish. Oh, hook's out. Pretty rainbow. Could go right back to the same spot. Yeah, this is, like I said, I've been doing this for a long time. And again, you really have to have the right conditions to use this. And you can actually, you can like I could kick the trolling motor off. Ooh, I just had a bite. And I could just drift using this just like you would a spin cast. But if you're going to do this, you might as well use a spin cast. It's a lot more effective, I think. Oh no! Thank you. Oh no! I pulled a Blake. I wasn't supposed to put that first part of one cast. That was supposed to have been cut from the editing table, but he knows me better than that. Told him if he didn't want it in, he should have edited it himself. Yeah, the trolling motor's kind of pushing me out where I'm okay, and just I think I need to do an update on my trolling motor, they tell me. Ah. See, I need to stretch this line. It's not supposed to curl up like that. It's supposed to stay pretty straight. The other thing is I like to do is I don't like to leave any line off the reel, just like this. Yeah, by this time last night the water was off and draining out. So what I should do right now is change scuds, because they've seen this one several times. If I want to fish a little closer, I just reel in a little bit of line. I get a little bit different drift. Oh, had some fish move up on the gravel. I'm going to go out a little bit further. I'm going to probably start drifting here in a minute. To be honest, I need a little bit more weight. I'm gonna drift down just a little ways. Okay, we're going to drift a little bit. I want to chase it. Crazy fish. I have my other fly rod, and I was thinking about I might do it here in a second. I'm not sure how well this is going to work. In fact, I think I got a tangled mess. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do the rest of the time is throw use a zebra midge under a float. Actually, I caught fish on this last night. It's a little beadhead scud. You know, I'm going to try out a little bigger one, because last night they really surprised me when they were shutting the water off. There's a little bit of current, so I tied on a pretty good size beadhead, like a number 12, and I was using it more for weight than anything, and then tying a a 14 gray scud underneath it as a second fly. And I caught 4 or 5 fish, and most of them came on the that big beaded scud. It's a great big gold head. It's kind of gaudy looking. This one is it's a 16. That other one's an 18. This is a little bit bigger. Probably can't see it too good, but it's got a gold bead. I'm gonna fish it about. Need to fish a little deeper. It's a Cyclops bead. It's not tungsten, so it's not super heavy. I'm gonna fish it about 5 foot deep. I'll throw it out there about 25, 30 feet. So they're still running 2 units. They haven't dropped it a bit. And I got the boat over here in pretty shallow water, not against the bank. I'm still 2 boat lengths away. Still pretty deep water. I kind of want to be maybe a little closer to the bank. I'd fish out the other side, but I don't want to move the camera. There we go. Now I'm about a boat length away from the bank. I gotta watch my back cast. There we go. Hope my motor doesn't start dragging. So beaded scud, I don't use beaded scud that often. I do know guys that do and do well. Like I said, I was very surprised to catch that many fish last night on that great big thing. Yeah, probably too shallow. Okay, I can see it bumping bottom. That's what I want. Sorry. Okay, I want to make another change. I'm going to hit the spot lock because I don't want to. I have to watch where I'm drifting. I'm going to go ahead and put on one of those great big things. I was using last night. Oh, this has got a scud that's still connected to it. That's cool. So this is exactly what I was using last night. Look how big that thing is compared to the other one I was using. I got a 14, looks like a rainbow on rainbow dubbing. Still 5 feet. I'm gonna have to make an adjustment. Okay. Okay. It is different from last night, because last night the water had probably dropped 18 inches and had slowed down a bunch by now. But I still like this big beaded scud. There he is. Let's see what he hit. Oh shoot. Oh, still got everything. I don't know what it was on. I ain't getting close enough. Perfect. I got the two flies about 18 inches apart, and I think I'm using 6X tippet on everything. We've been still sell a lot of night crawlers, and I think that's what most people are using in the mornings, and especially when that water comes on, they're drifting night crawlers down through our place and catching fish. And the guys have started having pretty good luck on the pink power worm under afloat again. and they try to stay in the shade as long as they can in the mornings. That bluff across from us, you can stay in the shade till almost 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. Well, I can see it bumping bottom a little bit. Looks like I'm about 4 foot of water. I know something I need to try if they're going to run water like this week is to come up here and do this and use a San Juan worm. Starting to lose our light. It really slowed down for me when it got this late yesterday too. It was really good by the time I got up there and was fishing, and then I started drifting and using this big scud, but it got about this time in the evening and they just kind of shut off. So I'm gonna go just a little bit longer. I'm right at the top of the narrow, so it's gotten pretty shallow. Only less than 3 foot of water now. And I heard Facebook came back online, so I was thinking maybe everybody have to watch me on YouTube. Yeah. They have gone to bed. The guys at night fish, you know, they'll fish out here in the evening like this, and they'll catch a few fish, but they really don't do that well until it gets dark. And their streamers and jerk baits and even jigs fishing after dark. The fish kind of start feeding again when it gets dark, I guess. I don't know. They're just, when I first got up there and got honed in on the weight and everything, and I caught 2 or 3 before I turned the camera on, and then it started slowing down. They just weren't being that aggressive, and I even noticed a lot of those fish moved out too. Off that gravel bar that I was fishing. I don't think I spooked them. They are not, they just don't like that big scud, beaded scud like they did last night. Okay, I'm headed home. Thanks for watching. Hope I taught you a little bit about the shooting line. I know it's a really good technique, but it has a pretty narrow niche. And Taneycomo is not the greatest, but in the application I was using, it does work really good. So thanks for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow.